Hello guys, what's up? This is ScherBR talking. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about the new event for Death. Yeah, it's called To Death's Door. And there's also the returning of Battle with Death. We will not be discussing this event because it's super easy. It's also not so rewarding. But those that have missed the equipment, they can farm this equipment here. But then, let's discuss this other event here. To Death's Door is very different than some other events we have, because it has 3 mini events inside of it and also a special stage where you can choose between getting Galahad, the first Galahad alongside a ring that gives you plus 5 STR, or the weapon. This weapon is a double S weapon and it's better than the first double S weapon we got for Great Swords, but not by a huge margin. It's one more weapon power, it does have more STR, and those that skipped Galahad first and have the Ice Sword, they can choose Galahad now to have Galahad, or they can just get 2 double S swords. We'll be discussing this as well because right now Galahad is not on the top of his prime anymore. There's many styles that can replace Galahad. Galahad was good because he had Winter Storm. This is a fast attack that can be fired up on turn 2 always, even if he attacks with his cheap AoE on turn 1, meaning that he was very easy to use, but he's locked to only cold damage. He does have only one passive that just triggers when he deals weak damage. He's locked to cold, so even though he's good, he's limited into his own build. And well, if you didn't use Galahad so far to this point, in my opinion, he was a very good resource. But now going towards the future, he's not that strong anymore. And if you got Joe, Genryu, Summer, Silver, you really will never need Galahad anymore. That's true. And if you have Vassalt from the past banner, he also gets a turn 1 fast cold attack in the future. So Galahad becomes less interesting if you got this word and skip it in. So maybe now it's better to get another sword and just invest on this. If you are a new player and you missed the characters that I'm just saying, Joe, Genryu, Summer, Silver, there's still some value in getting Galahad to help you clearing some content. Yes, and you also get this ring that has 5 STR. The best one that we got in the game so far gives only 3. And after that, only 2, because we still don't have a tower that gives STR accessories. So this is my touch on this. If you are a player that skipped Galahad on his first release, maybe skip him again and get the Sword of Death. If you like the character, it's no problem to get the character now, so you get this Templar's ring as well. That's the best ring, but I still value this word more than the ring, and you should probably get this. I got Galahad, got a lot of usage out of him in his event, and now I'll be choosing this word. It's way better than choosing the ring. Don't get this ring. We can get probably better stuff in the future, or at least equal. Maybe not now, but the game evolves, we're getting more accessories. It makes no sense to get the accessories since the increasing damage is very negligible. But this word will increase a lot of power for multi-hit attackers like Grey. Even the Grey that we get in this recent banner. Okay, so now we took this in consideration. We have to understand how this event works. When you start the event, you start going from the upper floor, then you go for the middle floor, and then lower floor. But it's very strange how this works. You have to farm at least some of the currency from every event to move on to the next. To get to the middle floor, you have to farm this lava shard. No, sorry. This netherworld stone, and you can purchase a key that will unlock the first stage for middle floor, and then you go for middle floor and you get this netherworld brute, and after you get some, you can purchase a key to unlock the next one. That's called lower floor, where you fight death. Yeah, and here it's only death. The other stages have 2 waves, and you have to change between the setups. You have to farm all of them anyway. But after you farm it and got here to the point of you can face death, you can get the drops that allow you to get the tickets. Here, you can get these tickets with the currency that drops from death, and as you can see, 100 of them will give you your chance to get the weapon or Galahad. That's what we'll be doing right now. After the animation plays, you have to receive the weapon on the next quest and 3000 gems. And with that said, like I was discussing, getting the weapon for veterans is probably the best decision to make. If you skip it, Galahad before, you will not have that much usage for him, unless you are a fan of the character and want to summon his UDX version, and I don't think it's so good. I have a video coming up to explain why I don't think Galahad's so good. And now to discuss the farming, you can farm any of these 3 stages here, upper, middle, or lower floor. They all have the same cap, the last one being 1380s. Yes, it's always 10 more than what it says on display. So the first one here, the one that you have to start the event, has many enemies. They are weak to Pierce, Sun, and Heat, but they have a lot of HP. I don't think this is the best way to farm, but at least you can bring 3 different elements. There are many characters that will work here. You can just bring them in full setups without bringing trainees. Just bring your strongest one that can make a composition for these 3 elements, and you will be farming for the highest status cap right now. It may not be as fast. I think the UDX Death battle is easier and also faster, and also the same one for the dragon. But let's discuss this one here first. So now, let me talk about my strategy. I have Deadly Pierce, and I do have UDX, J-Mew, Claudia, and Dark. They are the best Pierce damage dealers. And also I have the Death version of Albert, Rewards of the Trials. Why? Because this one is a better AoE specialist. We'll use Victor's Blade, and if he fails to attack on turn 1, he will just use Radiant Blade that's stronger. So it's easier to use this Albert instead of the Greek one. And then there is J-Mew here. I have his Stingray on 6. And then I have Darkid. Darkid comes with Firecracker from his freestyle and Kaleidoscope on 13, so he never uses. And on turn 2 he uses Throwing Knives. It's strong enough. And Claudia here, she can just simply use Inheritance from Starry Rain. This is better. If you have a Ward Cloud, you can use it as well, or any other Pierce AoE attacker like Therese. Therese can also work here, but you have to change per BP cycle. I found this to be good enough so I can train all of them. Let's see. Okay, so Stingray goes, Victor's Blade, and Firecracker. Strange that Darkid's not attacking first, and he's pretty fast. These enemies have insanely high agility, yes. In the backup here I'm using a mage that can do some fire or sun damage. You should do the same. I really don't think this is the best way to farm this event. But like I said, the best thing is that you can bring multiple styles because of 3 different elements being strong. But you also have to make a full setup. Now let's discuss the second stage, middle floor. This one is easier to farm in my opinion, but it also depends on you having Rufus to make it easier. You can bring 2 trainees here, so you should equip your trainees as well, don't do like me. The first wave has many enemies with different weaknesses. The only element that is the same between all of them is Sun and Moon. So we could focus on Sun and Moon. For Moon we have Lunar Blade Plus, we have the new UDX Death 2.0, we also have the newest version of Rock Bouquet, we have Bart, but newest Rock Bouquet with her AoE, Moon and Heat, cannot kill the first wave by herself. Bart sometimes can, but he may fail. You need to bring Joe to just make up for the lacking damage. But if you're bringing Joe, why don't use her to kill the first wave? She can as well, because of her double element, allows to kill enemies that are weak to, like this one. That's only weak to heat, but, you know, you can heat for all weaknesses of them. So the strategy here is based on 3 styles. We have Joe, Rufus, and the newest version of Sif. They are enough to build up for 95% of the damage. Joe will kill the first wave, Rufus will be able to deal very high damage against the dragon, and Sif will just buff Rufus and deal very good damage as well. You can bring 2 trainees, in this case I'm bringing Mirza, but it's a platinum one just for training, and also Boston. Boston also does slash damage on agility position, so he is very good for this, but he's not contributing here much. Just to assure that, well, we'll kill the dragon in 1 turn. Okay then, Joe, let's go. Rufus made a combo without a need here. If you have full HP stone on your Rofus, it will deal more damage, but sometimes this dragon seems to attack before Rofus. Don't ask me why, but that's true. Nice, we didn't even need to see the animation from Joe. You can bring 2 trainees in this strategy, this is the best one. Well, if you don't bring the Boston, you do less damage, but it's still close enough, you can bring someone else, and it will work. And for the second strategy, we have Rainbow Rangers. I have Final Impress here on the STR position. She can use an S weapon, but it's better if she uses an SS weapon, like this one that's available in the event, because she was missing by just a few to clear. If you want, you can also bring Noel. Noel will also buff slash damage with his War Cry. And Noel is not that strong here because he doesn't have a good nuke, but I'm training him anyway. I am bringing BR Crush instead of Lunar Blade, so the damage is okay. And then there is Global X Rock Bouquet here. She will help a lot against the dragon with Psycho Boom. And Rofus is here, and if you don't have Rofus, you can use Father in his place, because Father also do slash damage. And that's it, let's go. There's one trainee here, in this case Miriam, not even equipped. Okay, so Lunar Blade will kill the first wave by itself. But you need 2 versions of Final Impress to be able to pull this off. And against the dragon, we will have Watermelon Cut, Gun and Blade, or if you have Father, you can use Father. Psycho Boom does good damage as well with Eutanize. We are probably doing more than enough here. He used a Scorch even. Why? Yeah, you really don't need that much damage going from Rofus. It's overkill here. But at least you get the idea. And now for the last stage, the battle against death itself. This battle here is not hard, it's just that you hardly can do this without bringing strong characters. It's hard to bring trainees. But then you can bring something like what I'm saying here, and it's a full physical damage squad with Dragon Strike. I have the newest Mirza. Well, he's on a banner now, so people can summon for him. He can be used here. He's on the front line. I have Platinum Sith. I've been using her a lot. I hope you guys also have her, with Mountain Cross, buffing the damage for the whole squad. And then there is Matriarch here. She is using Heaven's Dive. There is Greek Albert. He's free. Everyone has access, if they got lucky with Platinum Pulse, that is. Uses Holy Rift. And in the back, I have Mei Ling, because she has her own weapon, she's also Platinum, and she has Solar Shot, that's pretty strong. If she uses that before other characters, she will even buff some damage. Let's go. I got Matriarch in the middle because she uses insane damage against this boss. Well, also, Albert does good damage, and he will attack before the boss. Mirza has delay, so that's why he's on the front. Look, 61,000. Holy Rift will do 73, even higher. And then Mirza will now just use Two Blade Lights to finish. It's very close to not being able to finish, but if you don't finish, he will use Sonic's Word on the next turn, and it will also kill Death. You can replace one character here, Mei Ling can be replaced, but it's more about bringing those 4 styles, at least if Mirza and Albert are featured and you can get more status for them. Next strategy also uses Rofus. Remember, if you don't have Rofus, you can bring Father. He also works in the same slot. Then I have Bune. I am training my Tempest Orb. Well, it's just because I want to get this maxed that you can just use Gale Darts as well. I also have to train Gale Darts to max. I will be cycling between different attacks just to get them all maxed. And after Bune, there is Red. Red is also available right now. You have to inherit Real Phoenix from his Alkaiser style. And we also have Platinum Sip to boost the damage of some of your characters. And last, we have Final Impress. If you don't want to bring Sip, just bring any of your strongest slash damage dealers. It's just that she's just increasing Rufus, so Rufus can get even more close to max damage. Okay, that is. Final Impress here is just being trained. I'm not using her for damage, but you can contribute. This is the version of Final Impress that gets more SDR, so that's why I'm using. And Best Orb's not doing that much damage right now because it still needs a lot of levels. A Gun and Blade should finish Death. Or close! At least we still have someone here for... Yes, the impact is also very powerful. I'm just training so I can get a little more STR. But that's about it, guys. This is the last stage that we needed to discuss. Those are my strategies. I hope you guys can get something out of Volley on this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to subscribe or help the channel, there are links here in the description of the video. I hope to see you all soon in another one. Bye.